Good. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Gonna make sure that all those good mornings come out the right way. Gotta clear the throat a little bit. So, welcome. This morning's email, some of you might recognize because it was the same copy that we emailed some of our current plan holders and that we also put up on our Facebook, like the different groups. And we got a lot of good feedback. A lot of people were like, Ant, that's the best thing you've ever written. And it's funny because I've always been quite conservative. Again, I'm from the securities industry. You're not really allowed to say certain stuff. Like, for instance, when I was working on Wall Street, I couldn't tell someone, and this will be $3 by January. I would have lost my license and been barred forever, right? And so there was things you couldn't say. In the internet marketing world, apparently you could just say anything you want. Now, of course, we don't do that, right? Like, just because you could say anything you want doesn't give you license to just say whatever you want, because everyone in internet marketing is just, I guess I could kind of just sum them up as like big liars, right? Like, that's the nicest thing I could say about them. That being said, we do know it's going to be $3 by January because we have all the metrics. We know the performance, we know the money coming in, we know the growth, we know all that stuff. Like, for instance, it could be $3 today if we wanted it to be. And that's not to, hey, what's up, Frida? That's not to put a commentary on, well, Ant, if you could just make it $3 today, well, that doesn't really sound all that real. I would agree with you. That sounds like, to quote our president, malarkey. But for anyone that has really understood what it is that we're doing, because we have the total supply of RHINO, we constantly sell RHINO into the market to keep it from moving up. We purposely are suppressing the price to only 1 penny per day. So when people say, Anthony, why would you ever even do that? Well, there's a lot of reasons. Because the ultimate goal is to grow the member accounts to 10,000 plus, why would we do that, right? Why would you want to grow the member accounts to 10,000 plus? Because they're all automated. They're all small dollar amount automated accounts that purchase agnostic to price every single week. Well, what does agnostic mean? It means it doesn't matter what the price is. And one might say, well, Ant, if it doesn't matter what the price is, that's a lot of people getting really bad deals. You're right, except when everyone's doing the same exact thing, a bad deal doesn't exist because the word bad and the word good is relative to what others have, right? So if I have a piece of filet mignon and you have a piece of like chopped liver, well, I have the good piece of meat, right? But if I have a piece of filet mignon and you have a piece of, I don't know, dry aged ribeye, do I still have the good piece of meat? What I have didn't change. Everything is relative to everything else. That's where good and bad come from. The point being, if everyone's account is all doing the same thing, there is no bad pricing. Everyone's getting the same pricing. And if everyone's getting the same pricing and everyone's buying at whatever price that exists, the next person's buying at the next price, and the next person's buying at the next price, which means everyone's running it up all at the same time. Well, you might say, well, Ant, that sounds crazy. Who would ever sell in that manner? Like, why would anyone sell? Well, that's the point. Why would anyone sell when they see it running up? And then you would say, well, Ant, somebody has to sell because how are these accounts buying it? You're right. But what are they selling at? Well, what's the price that's going to entice a seller to sell his asset that he knows is going to go up the next day? Well, Ant, has he know it's going to go up the next day? Because RHINO hosts all the numbers every single day. We know how many automated accounts they are. We know what the projected next 7 days are. We know what the previous 7 days are. We know the average amount per account, and we actually could see which accounts have shifted during the week, right? Like how many new $1 accounts, how many new $5 accounts, how many new $500 accounts. If you know all that, sure, it doesn't guarantee anything. But what it does is it allows confidence. Right? So for instance, if I own RHINO and I see RHINO going up and I see it going up a lot, I'm naturally nervous. This thing keeps going up. If it goes up this fast, it could go down this fast. Is it prudent? Am I being greedy? Should I sell it? And how would I find out the answers to those questions? Well, I couldn't. I'd have to just think in my head and wish to God and count, I don't know, leaves on a clover. Or I could actually look at the numbers. I understand I'm nervous, but look, it's still going. It's still strong. It's empirical data right in front of me. This is what's happening. This is what I could actually expect to happen tomorrow. And if I'm comfortable knowing what to expect tomorrow, am I fearful that I'm going to be wrong? No. And if I'm not fearful, then why would I sell? I wouldn't. Well, Anthony, not everyone operates that way. Okay, I'm here every single day. If somebody has a question, you could ask me. You could call me. You could email me. You could book a call. I literally come out here every single day and tell you the numbers. And it's almost like we're all sharing inside information, but it's not inside information because we're doing it publicly. But it's because we built it. You see, what we did was we built something in the mindset of us, not them. Therefore, we're enjoying all the privileges of being the inside people. And because I know how to operate from the inside, it's like Robin Hood. I know what they're doing, but I want to do it over here. So I don't really ever cite the numbers that much, but yesterday was really good, and that's why we duplicated that copy into the email today. Let me take a look at the numbers actually, because I do want to go over them. They really were that stellar. So I'm looking at them now. Okay, so we had 2 new members, which is great. We want to see that stronger, but the average plan amount went up by over $2.50. And I don't know how I didn't lead with this. We finally crossed over $2. That's really cool. My wife was walking around the house yesterday, and of course, on my computer screens, I have just the coin. So if anything happens, I'm like literally right there. I have it on my wall. I know what's going on every second of her day. She goes, "We got over 2." I go, "Yeah, how cool is that?" She's like, "That's like really cool." Because again, she's been there since day one. She remembers when it was 1 penny back in November 2021. She remembers when it was $1 just a month ago, right? So we're doing good. And as I'm taking a look at the numbers, we have over $750 more that's going to be purchased over the next 7 days than there previously was as of yesterday. More email opens. We got another $500 member. We had a member that actually volunteered. They go, "You don't have a $50 a week, but I want to be a $50 a week," right? So we have all that stuff, and I mean, I'm happy, right? So let me give you a little bit of update what's going on. So the coin's doing great, duh. RHINO Warp Speed is going. I still need to build it, right? But the building process is not the process that takes the most time. It's the problem solving process, right? So I'm going through different platforms now, integrating Stripe, integrating PayPal, integrating merchant accounts, building out affiliate templates. And then once I have that, then it's just, okay, bring copy, paste, record video, paste. So we're doing that. That's going to be ready for Monday. Our RVP group, regional vice president, executive layers are all ready. Each one of them have over 100 contacts to start per day. And we believe if the sales funnel is good, then all of these different RVPs that manage their own areas are going to be able to spread awareness, which means it's always comes back to RHINO. It is my solemn commitment that I'm going to support you by supporting the coin. The coin is my report card. It's like, I don't know the religious saying, but it's like all things possible when you love, or when you trust in God, all things possible. Like, I guess fill in the blank, right? When you do this, all things are possible. When we have a coin that goes up every day, all things are possible. And remember, the coin going up every day is not a magic trick. The numbers are right there, but more importantly, it's not something that could just end. Everyone that is participating in RHINO is opted in to weekly recurring. Now, sure, if we wrote an email tomorrow and said, RHINO is, A, B, C, and D, all really bad stuff, get out right away. Do you think all 338 members, even being told something bad's going to happen, even being told to get out, A, know how to get out, B, have the time to get out, C, trust that bad thing's going to happen, right? Not purposely so, but there is friction. Like in the purchasing, set it and forget it. It just happens. To go ahead and get out, you have to then go ahead and sell, and you have to go to the Stripe dashboard and opt out. Now, don't get me wrong, someone could email me and say, Ant, I want out, and done that second, right? So it's not purposeful friction. It's not I'm tricking you friction, but it is actual friction because you are in control of what you do. Therefore, when you opt into something to be done automatically, it gets done automatically. You don't need to. But how do you foresee, well, you know what, on June 21st, I want to get out, so let me opt in that I'll automatically get out then. You don't know the future, right? So you can't do that. Therefore, to get out, you have to actually take action. And action, by definition, takes longer than automatic, right? That being said, RHINO, even despite A, B, C, and D bad happening right one day in a really different world, right? Like that's not here. It still would be purchasing every single week until everyone got out. And that's not by accident, that's by design. But in terms of the added friction, that's just by human nature, right? Like I can't do anything about that. All things possible when you believe. Thank you, Travis. So things are going good. So we'll have the funnel system and everything for Monday. Automations are so close. I'm embarrassed every time I talk about it, but I'm on a team call with our team at 12 o'clock. And what I do know is worst case scenario, if we wanted to, I could export and upload these Stripe transactions every single day because we do have the bot prepared to do mass sends. That's what always happens. We upload a list and then it sends everyone. So we could do that daily. Now that's very, very manual, so we don't want to do that. But my point being, when I say that we're close, it's not that we're on the starting line. Like our worst case scenario could be, yeah, we upload the list 3 times a day. Therefore, your coin is never more than a third, never more than 8 hours behind, right? But again, it's manual. And since we're building and we're inventing, we don't have, it's not in our business plan, right? Like we're free to invent right now. So we're not looking to invent manual processes. But that's just me sharing with you. That's our worst case scenario. I think that's it. It's December 2nd. My wife reminded me today that in 5 days, our newborn is a month old. That's crazy. I don't know where that month went, but I also know in 9 days is our 1-year anniversary. I don't know where that 1 year went. And I also know in like 22 days, it's Christmas Eve. So we got to think of some Christmas stuff. We have a store. We haven't done anything with it. We have the, I know, Frida, time flies. So we want to do some stuff. It is Christmas time. Let's think of something, right? So you know what? If you would like to participate and just think something up and share it with me. We don't have a call Monday. I have jury duty Monday and Tuesday, but we have a call tomorrow. See, now I'm just babbling because I already missed you. Are there any plans to update the spreadsheet? It only goes to December 19th. Yes, we definitely need to update it. In fact, I have a lot of things I need to update on that spreadsheet. So everything on that spreadsheet is super duper accurate in terms of what has happened, but in terms of the projections going forward, that has been brought to my attention. I do need to update, and I'll try to find time today. But Michael, thank you for mentioning that. All right, I will see you tomorrow. We won't have a call Monday and Tuesday because I will be in jury duty unless I could somehow hey guys, which I don't think they'll allow. People in court, they're really like boo. But I love you and I will see you later. Bye everyone. And really great job. The numbers are seriously amazing. Bye.